Chris and Ken here with IPD, bringing you another video covering your P2 chassis Volvo on the most common problems or maintenance items that we see through IPD. The P2 chassis does cover 1999 and newer S80, S60, V70, XC70, and XC90 models.
No discussion of P2 maintenance issues would be complete without talking about the wear issues that happen in the front suspension of the car. It's common for these cars to get fishy with their handling as the rubber gets older in the front of the car. Rubber failure in the control arms of these cars is the biggest problem. We see this all the time, and we have several different options for control arms for these vehicles. We prefer our IPD HD control arms because they have more recovery in the rubber. However, there are several different options available.
That's right, Ken. Volvo did a really good job of trying to make the cars be a little bit more cushy in the driver's seat. And by doing so, they isolate multiple locations within the chassis with a rubber bushing. The subframe has 4 bushings in it. Those bushings have a big void, and over time, the bushing either wears out, it cracks, it can move around a lot, allowing the subframe to shift. That leaves you with abnormal tire wear. It just gives you a really uneasy feeling when driving your car. That's why IPD makes these polyurethane subframe inserts. They simply push up into those voids on the bushing, making the overall bushing stiffer, which in turn gives you more of a reliable feeling when driving your car and more confidence when braking or diving into a corner.
One of the most common issues with P2 cars is engine mounts. And when we talk about engine mounts, we're really not talking about the mounts that hold the engine up. What we're talking about is that the car is designed so that the motor can rock forward and back with acceleration and deceleration. These mounts are designed to arrest that movement. As these cars wear, the mounts get looser, or sometimes they get harder, which causes more transmission of motor noise into the chassis, and you want to fix that.
When you're looking around our website at these particular torque mounts, we sell a variety of OEM, standard replacement, aftermarket, and we also have some really trick stuff too if you're looking to upgrade the appearance of the mounts located on your vehicle. Believe it or not, this little tiny thing I'm holding in my hand is a radio knob, and we sell quite a few of these. It's amazing how many customers call because of the inaccurate volume control they find in their P2 chassis. That's why these are so popular amongst those Volvo owners. Gunk, grime, dirt, debris all gets built up on this rubber-coated knob, making it very hard to accurately control the volume on your radio or within your Volvo. Check these out on the website. We have them. If you didn't know that they were there, this is something that's very simple that can make your life a lot easier when driving your car.
Or if you don't like other people messing with your radio, leave them the way they are.
Yeah.
Now, there was a time when we talked about air filters for cars, we were talking about the air going into the engine. The world has changed now, and we think more about the quality of air that we breathe. The pollen filter is what actually cleans the air that comes into the car that you breathe. They're available in several different styles, including just really good paper ones and carbon activated ones to take out different things, including smog and pollen in your car. They can also help keep the condensation down inside the car. Check out these product pages for information on how to select and install the correct filter for your vehicle.
If you're experiencing a funky vibration or noise coming from underneath the dash in your Volvo, most likely it's the fan blower motor. When you crank up the climate control or the fan speed in your Volvo and you get that vibration, in fact, you've got a motor underneath the dash of your car with this big squirrel cage looking thing. Over time, the bearings within this unit fail, causing a vibration or an unwanted noise. It doesn't help defrost the car. It doesn't provide heat. We have all the applications listed on our website.
Why do so many heater cores fail in modern Volvos? Well, they work differently than the old cars. One part of it is that it's made out of 2 different materials. You got plastic and aluminum together. And the other part is that in a modern climate control system, the heater core never shuts off. In other words, this heater core runs at full operating temperature all the time. Typically for failure, you'll see that you'll begin to smell antifreeze inside the car. Sometimes you get steam up on the windshield. That's generally the epoxy between the plastic and the aluminum failing. If you have those symptoms, check these out.
If you've ever been away from your Volvo for a period of time and you've come back to it and found that the fan is still running, your car's not possessed. More likely, a thermostat sensor has failed in the actual housing where the thermostat sits. This sensor actually relays all the information back to the ECU and the car's temperature gauge. We've seen multiple failures with this. It's really hard to find just a thermostat by itself without having to replace the whole housing. We sell these housings in the aftermarket and an OEM version, but the really cool thing is that it also comes with the ECT sensor, engine coolant temp sensor. In our experience, it's been very hard to diagnose whether or not the thermostat has failed or whether it's related to the ECT sensor. That's why Volvo has decided to sell it as a complete kit and package to just do it while you're there. It makes life simple, knock it out in one shot. We've got all these on the shelf and all the applications listed for your model on our website. Now what I'm holding in my hand here is the legendary IPD upper spring seat. Now this thing does fail in many different Volvo models. It leaves you with an unwanted clunk or a loud clunk when going over a bump. What happens is that the factory materials will actually get hard over time, they'll crack. It allows the spring and the whole strut assembly to kind of move and jockey around when hitting bumps. IPD reinforces this piece. It uses a high content of silicone rubber. We use a lot less recycled material in this piece. It's also reinforced in the center. You can find out more about this product on our website. It gives you all the applications, all the updates, and the upgrades that went into making this component safe for you and your Volvo.
Another extremely common problem with Volvos as they age is the PCV systems. These things plug up, you end up with oil leakage and other problems under the hood. We carry full kits to do this. Keep in mind that on the later cars like the P2s, they also include coolant hoses. The coolant hoses are part of the PCV system, and this is designed to prevent the PCV system from icing up in cold weather. We have both IPD HD and OE kits available on the shelf. We also sell these parts individually for minor jobs.
This little part that I'm holding in my hand has been a problem for Volvo for many years, and for some reason I don't know why they haven't updated it or changed the design to help Volvo owners. This is a fuel door hinge, and it's made out of plastic. It's got these little tabs that go into the body of the car and then attach to the actual fuel door. Now your fuel door is very susceptible when pumping gas into the vehicle. It's hanging out there, somebody can bump into it, you can hit it with the gas pump nozzle. Definitely that's why these things break. It pops off these tabs. We sell a lot of these. We have different applications on our website helping replace these. There's nothing more annoying than driving on the highway and having your fuel door flap open. With the P2 and later cars, what's really nice is that when the fuel door is in place and it's shut, it actually locks. That's a great safety feature. We can help you repair that fuel door hinge and the fuel door itself by going to the website and looking for one of these for your car. Thanks for tuning in with us. This is just a brief overview of some products that we see that are more common failures or products that come through the pipeline here at IPD with our customer service staff.
If you have questions or suggestions, feel free to give us a call or drop us an email.